Good morning, everyone. My name is Afton Francis, and I am the children's librarian at the Alexander Hamilton Library in Waynesboro. And thank you for joining us for our very first episode in Music and Mother Goose, a newish program that we're doing for this summer, all about engaging kids and building early literacy skills. So before we get started with our songs and story and classic Mother Goose rhymes today, I wanted to take a quick moment to kind of share more about what the program is and why we're doing it with you at home. So we really have two goals for this program. Right. First is that we really want you to be able to enjoy this video together at home. So first, we decided to do a video instead of a live performance to have a little more flexibility for families. We understand that sometimes little ones like to run away or get interested in something else. So please feel free to stop the video, rewind, fast forward, use it however it fits you and your little ones the best. That being said, we also hope that you will enjoy the video together. So you as caregivers are the most powerful assets that there are in your child's early learning. And so we are hoping that as a caregiver at home, that you will engage with the video with your child. Even if you're not really interested, it's all about them seeing you interact and show interest and modeling that good reading and listening behavior. And also you can help your child by demonstrating the different motions and rhythms and really doing it together. Like we said, you are the most powerful tool. You are the key. And that brings us to our second goal with this program each week. So having fun is wonderful, and that is really ultimately number one, but we'd also like to try to incorporate some early literacy skills while we're doing it. So things like rhyme, songs, and chants can help your young learners at home start identifying the sounds of our language. Even if they're pre-verbal, they can start hearing those sounds and start experimenting themselves. All right, things like rhymes and songs, things that use rhythm and have motions and use instruments with rhythm, also help to build that sense of cadence that's used when speaking and when reading with fluency. So these things, listening skills, rhythm, sounds, they all translate into early speaking skills, which then become early reading skills, which then turn into greater reading success later in life. So we hope that with all of that being our goal for this program, it really comes down to enjoying the program together and trying to learn something along the way. So we hope that you will enjoy it. And today's theme is the girls of Mother Goose. So without further ado, music and Mother Goose. Good morning, friends, and welcome to our Mother Goose story time. So each time we'll start our Mother Goose with the same hello song to kind of get our bodies ready to move. So this song will start with some claps, then we'll do some stomps, and last we'll do some shakes. So you can shake your hips. And each week we'll do some different motions, right? But we'll always start with claps. So our song is to the music of Farmer in the Dell. And it says that we clap and say hello. We clap and say hello. With our friends at story time, we clap and say hello. And then we'll give a big clap or a big stomp or a big shake. All right? So let's sing. We clap and say hello. We clap and say hello. With our friends at story time, we clap and sing hello. And we'll clap. Next, let's wake up our feet with a nice big stomp. So we'll stomp and say hello. And I'm going to pat my knees as well so you can hear my stomps extra loud. We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. With our friends at story time, we stomp and sing hello. Let's give a big stomp. Now it's time to shake, shake, shake. We shake and say hello. We shake and sing hello. With our friends at story time, we shake and say hello. Shake, 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 shake. All right, very good job clapping, good stomping, and good shaking. So to get us started with a Mother Goose rhyme today, we'll do the rhyme Little Miss Muffet. All right, and for Little Miss Muffet, we'll need a couple characters. So I hope that you enjoy them as they go through our rhyme. So it goes, Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Let's do it again. And it's really fun to do lots of motions and get you really involved with your voice. So let's try it one more time. So, Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. All right, great job, friends. Poor Miss Muffet and poor Spider. He was probably just looking for a snack. Next, it's time for our story. So each week, we'll be reading a different classic fairy tale, sometimes with a book, sometimes with an animation, sometimes just reading. But today we have a very special book by James Marshall. So looking at the cover of our book, can you tell what story this is? How about look a little closer at her red hood? This book is called Red Riding Hood. And like I said, it's retold and illustrated, so that means written and the pictures were made by James Marshall. So we have Red Riding Hood. Now, where do you think this is? Probably Red Riding Hood's house. Let's follow her story. So a long time ago, in a simple cottage beside the deep, dark woods, there lived a pretty child called Red Riding Hood. She was kind and considerate, and everyone loved her. One afternoon, Red Riding Hood's mother called to her. "Granny isn't feeling up to snuff today," she said, "so I've baked her favorite custard as a little surprise. Be a good girl and take it to her, will you?" Red Riding Hood was delighted. She loved going to Granny's, even though it meant crossing the deep, dark woods. Ooh, they sound kind of scary. When the custard had cooled, Red Riding Hood's mother wrapped it up and put it in a basket. "Now, whatever you do," she said, "go straight to Granny's. Do not tarry," that means wait, "do not speak to any strangers." "Yes, Mama," said Red Riding Hood. And off she went. Before long, she was in the deepest part of the woods. Ooh, this is scary. Then suddenly, what did she see? Suddenly, a large wolf appeared. "Good afternoon, my dear," he said. "Care to stop for a little chat?" Now, what did her mother say? She said, "Don't wait and don't talk to strangers," right? "Oh, gracious me," said Red Riding Hood. "Mama said not to speak to any strangers." So should she stop and talk to the wolf? But the wolf had such charming manners. "And where are you going, sweet thing?" he said. "I'm on my way to visit Granny, who lives in the pretty yellow house on the other side of the woods," said Red Riding Hood. "She's feeling poorly, and I'm taking her a surprise." "You don't say," said the wolf. And just then he had a delightful idea. No reason why I can't eat them both, he thought. Allow me to escort you, he said. You never know what might be lurking about. You're too kind, said Red Riding Hood. Oh, is he a good partner to help her get there safely? No. Beyond the forest, they came to a patch of sunflowers. Why not pick a few, suggested the wolf. Grannies love flowers, you know. But while Red Riding Hood was picking a pretty bouquet, the clever wolf hurried on ahead to Granny's house. What do you think he'll do at Granny's house? Who is it? Called out Granny. It is I, your delicious, darling granddaughter, said the wolf in a high voice. The door is unlocked, said Granny. Oh no. Surprise! Cried the wolf. Granny was furious at having her reading interrupted. Get out of here, you horrid thing, she cried. So she's not mad that the wolf is there. She's mad he interrupted her reading. But the wolf gobbled her right up. He didn't even bother to chew. Tasty, he said, patting his belly. So tasty. Just then, he heard footsteps on the garden path. Here comes dessert. Who is that? Red Riding Hood. And losing no time, he put on Granny's cap and glasses and jumped into bed and pulled up the covers. Who is it? He called out in his sweetest Granny voice. It is I, your little granddaughter, said Red Riding Hood. The door is unlocked, said the wolf. Oh no, what will happen to Red Riding Hood? Red Riding Hood was distressed, so she was sad and upset at seeing her grandmother so changed. Why, Granny, she said, what big eyes you have. The better to see you, my dear, said the wolf. And Granny, what long arms you have. The better to hug you, my dear, said the wolf. And Granny, what big teeth you have. The better to eat you, my dear, cried the wolf. And he gobbled her right up. I'm so wicked, he said, so wicked. But really, he was enormously pleased with himself. And having enjoyed such a heavy meal, he was soon snoring away. A hunter passing by was alarmed by the frightful racket. That means it was very loud. That doesn't sound like Granny, he said. What do you think the hunter will do? And so the brave hunter jumped in the window, killed the sleeping wolf, and cut him open. Out jumped Granny and Red Riding Hood. We're ever so grateful, said Red Riding Hood. That wicked wolf won't trouble you again, said the hunter. It was so dark in there, I couldn't read a word, said Granny. Red Riding Hood promised never, ever to speak to another stranger, charming manners or not. And she never did. So who else wants to walk her through the woods? Would you talk to a charming crocodile? So our next rhyme is all about a little girl named Mary who has a very special animal. So can you see on the book? Here is Mary, and here is her special friend animal. Now, what kind of animal is this? We can see it has white fleece, and if you listen really closely, you can hear it says, "Baa, baa." So this is Mary's lamb. And lamb is the name of a baby sheep. So we have Mary had a little lamb, a classic Mother Goose rhyme. But for this one, Mary's actually going to travel around the world. So we have a special story of Mary Had a Little Lamb by Jonas Sickler. So in this picture, we have Mary and the lamb is following her. So we'll sing our song, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. On our next page, the lamb is following Mary everywhere. Let's sing. Everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. And where do they go next? To school. Oh no, that's against the rule. Let's sing it. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. And what do you think the children did when a lamb came to school? They laughed and played. Let's sing it. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. And that is the end of our story. So let's sing it one more time with our pictures, and we'll do all 4 verses together. So we have Mary had a little lamb. Oh, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. All right, very good job, friends. And that is Mary Had a Little Lamb. Our last Mother Goose rhyme for today is a really fun song all about a very special sheep. But this sheep does not have white fleece. Instead, it has black fleece. Hello. So what sound does a sheep make? Does it go, neigh? No, that's a horse. How about, does a sheep say, woof, woof? No, that's a dog. What does a sheep say? It says, baa, baa, or baa, baa. So our last song today is Baa Baa Black Sheep. Let's sing it twice. Oh, Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master, 1 for the dame, 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. All right, very good job, friends. Let's sing it one more time, and this time I'm going to do some big bags. Yeah. All right, so we have Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. One for the master, one for the dame, one for the little boy who lives down the lane. Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. All right, very good job, friends. Great singing and great sheep sounds. Each week, we'll also do the same goodbye song, and this is one that we typically do for story time at the library because we love it so much. It's a great one because it uses some very simple American Sign Language. So we'll wave goodbye, and then we'll take our 2 fingers, and just like if they're friends, we'll make our fingers hug to say goodbye. So I like to think of these as our friend fingers. So say goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time. So point to your wrist, to your watch or pretend watch. It's time to say, point to your mouth, goodbye, and we'll wave at the end. And before we do our song, I'd like to offer, if you would like for us to say hello to your child at the beginning of our next video, just let us know in the comments or with a message, or you can email me at afrancis@ahmfl.org. All right, we'd love to give some special shout outs to our friends. Since we're not live, we'd still like to include the kids by name. So just let us know. Okay, but now it's time to sing goodbye. Okay, so goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. So thank you for joining us today for our celebration of Mother Goose little girls with Mary Had a Little Lamb and Little Red Riding Hood, and lots of fun. Right, so we hope that we'll see you next week, and don't forget to share your favorite song from our video or your favorite part today to get our secret bonus word for those kiddos involved in our summer reading program. All right, bye everyone.